Hello everybody, this is Dave with Gizzy's Paracord. I've had a number of requests about how I add a cross to my Paracord survival bracelets. So what I decided to do today is just go ahead and bring one out, show you a finished product, what I've already done. This is one that's actually going to Oklahoma to a church group. It's purple and black with the white cross running through it. So let's get into it. This is how I make this happen. This is a single cobra knot. What I've decided to do today is, rather than using one this size, I'm going to use one of my king cobras. So this is how I get it done. First of all, you want to make sure you got everything with you. You got your scissors, lighter, your forceps to pull the cord through, and of course a small piece of cord, whatever cord or whatever color cord you want to use to make the cross. So what you're going to do is you get your finished product, make sure it's all woven up the way you want it to be, and just start counting. What you're going to do is these top loops here is what you're going to count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on this one side. So what we're going to do is we need 8.5. 8.5 is the middle. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's a half in that bottom loop. So I stick my forceps through there so I don't lose it. Then I count the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. Okay? There is our center. So now what you want to do is get a piece of paracord, whatever color you're wanting to do. In this case, we're going to make it white. And then you're going to want to cut you a small piece, about this size. This ought to do it. Then you're going to want to get you a lighter and just lightly burn the tip so that it doesn't fray. You do not want to flatten that tip, okay? You want to actually make that tip just a little bit more of a point. And the reason for that is, if you make it flat, you're going to have a hard time pulling it through the bracelet. Go to your other side, same thing. Alright, then what you'll do, lightly open up the end. You don't want to stretch it too far because you don't want to pull out or stretch out your loop on your bracelet. Okay, lock down your forceps, pull it through. Okay, there's one. Now you're going to go directly above that to this top loop right here. Then what you'll do, run it from the bottom up. Open up your forceps a little bit. Crimp that down. Pull it through. Now then, now it's safe to just go ahead and go on the back side. Clip this tip off. Alright? You never want to melt paracord after it's already been melted once. You want to fray that end. So what we're going to do, you want to pull this to where it flattens out up here. Okay? You don't want it bound up or twisted. So you keep pulling it. Don't pull it all the way through, but you're going to get to about right there. Okay? So there's our main piece of the cross. Then what we'll do, I'm going to come over here, and what I do is I get my scissors and I just kind of fray this end. Okay? Kind of spreads out the paracord. Don't use a lighter. Okay? when you're going to make your weld, the last thing you want to do is use a lighter on that, because you end up getting all your surrounding cord around it, as well as the bottom piece. It kind of makes it look ugly. So what I did, went out and got me a little mini torch, wrapped me a grip on there, and the reason for that is that's kind of small around, it's hard for me to hold. So what we're going to do, light your lighter, and then you get your torch going. Bring down the flame just a tad, and you don't want to use the flame to melt this. You want to use the heat from the flame. So just gradually take it down. You see it start to flame off of the cord, you want to lift up a little bit. Okay? And what you're trying to do is you're trying to bring that cord, melt that cord down into the gap of that loop. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to let that sit for a minute. Then lightly tug that, snip it, do the same thing, and come back up this way. Go away from your bracelet. Alright, there's our main piece. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go from here to here. Okay, so what I'll do, on the King Cobras it gets kind of tough. Sometimes it's easier to work with if you go to the bottom. What you're going to do is kind of try to split up through the cord to find the gap. Alright, now that I've got that running through there, it's going to be a little bit harder to open it up because you've got so much cord to work with. So kind of push your forceps in there a little deep and then open it up. What I like to do is I like to use my frayed end as opposed to the welded end to pull through, because it's just easier to get through the cord. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that piece off. Alright, there's one. Now what we're going to do, go the equal distance to here, and I'm going to find that gap again. Like I said, it's kind of difficult with King Cobras because you've got so much cord to work with to get your forceps through. Alright, sometimes it's easier to work through the bottom. Now then, we've got it through there. As I said before, push your forceps up in, kind of give you some room to open it up. Then pull it through. Now then, now what you want to do, what I do, fold that back, put my thumb on it, and I pull it tight. Now I know that as I pull tight, it's not going to pull through, and it's also going to straighten it out. So what I'll do now, I'll clip this end, I'll fray that cord, then as I said, don't hit it with the flame, just use the heat from the flame. And we go back over to this side. And there you have it. You have a cross in the bracelet. Hope that helps. Once again, this is Dave from Gizzy'sBracelets.com. See you later.